Terra spun lazily outside the ship's window. As I watched, a narrow sliver of land rotated into view, the sole blemish on the ocean-filled planet I once called home. It was the first time seeing it from such a vantage point. When I left, I never looked back, literally and figuratively. I sat up straight and held my breath as the female Earthling entered the cockpit. She walked toward the cockpit window, holding a mug in each hand. I wanted to beg her to let me stay aboard, to let me go on adventures with her. But before I could utter a single word, she handed me a mug and took a seat beside me.
And I thought Earth had a lot of water.
According to our ancient writings, land appeared on our planet quite recently. I took a sip from my mug. The liquid was bittersweet, like a rush of happiness wrapped in a warm, fluffy blanket.
It's hot chocolate. Well, as close as you can get out here.
I took another sip and wondered why she was being so pleasant. Maybe she felt bad sending me home. She knew how much I wanted to stay. Either way, I hoped the warm drink and pleasantries would sway her decision. But happy thoughts were interrupted by the echo of Rusty's voice over the ship's intercom.
They are prepared for our arrival, Master.
Thank you, Rusty.
The female Earthling took a long sip, then pointed out the window.
You all live on that little island?
Yes, it is just a bit smaller than your Japan, but with considerably less people. She took another sip.
So, what might I need to know?
I'm not sure what you mean.
Customs? Politics? Do you have a president? If I wear a hood, will it insult anyone? Forbidden colors or things of that nature?
Well, we do not have a president. Our society does not rely on leaders, per se.
So, who will I be meeting?
Everyone. She placed her mug on the control panel and made her way towards the weapon cabinet. I promise you have nothing to worry about. We are a peaceful species.
I'll be the judge of that.
I felt lightheaded and grew fainter with every weapon she strapped to her body. There are no weapons on Terra.
Even better.
No, I mean...
I know what you mean.
Then why are you...
Because you never let down your guard. Now, let's get this over with.
The female Earthling grabbed hold of the controls and maneuvered the ship over Terra's only city. Directly below was the Great Amphitheater. It was a magnificent sight. 500,000 Jutsulki waiting inside for our arrival, pointing and waving as we soared overhead. The ship made landfall near the large fields of grass, normally used for afternoon naps. But there would be nobody sleeping that day. This was the biggest moment in the history of our species.
Let's go.
I followed a few steps behind as we made our way into the cargo bay. I wish you would realize you have nothing to fear. She punched the plunger, causing the bay door to hiss open. I pushed past her and smacked the plunger, causing the door to reverse. Please listen, I said. The female Earthling slid her curved blade from her side and held it at my chest.
I'm not in the mood for games.
Promise me you will not hurt anyone. A small crowd gathered outside the cargo window. They smiled and waved at us. Some held cookies and snacks high above their heads. The female Earthling peeked over her shoulder at the growing crowd. They have been waiting their whole lives to meet an Earthling. You are like a god. With a deep sigh, the female Earthling lowered her blade.
Fine.
Do I have your word?
It's all you have.
She punched the plunger, causing the door to open.